everybody. Welcome to Stampin' Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Just looking to get the comments up here. How's everybody doing today? I don't know about you, but the weekend seemed to go by so fast. So, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to get started. Okay. So today, for today's video, what I decided to work on was the Pressed Petals suite. And I'm going to flip the camera in just a minute and show you what I came up with. Okay, so hop on, say hi, let me know where you're from. Let me know what your weather's like, because it's raining again in New York. It's like we get one good day and 3 days of rain. Hi, Pam. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Janine. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to jump right in here, okay? I'm going to flip the screen. Again, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Sorry, my hand is in the way. For some reason, my camera's not switched. There we go. Okay, Stampersdelight.com. And if you'd like to order online, this is my online host code for June. Getting towards the end of June already. I'm excited for the trip anyway. So let's get started and see what we have. Okay, so let me bring in the catalog, because that got stuck to it. So this is the Pressed Petals suite, okay, which I absolutely love. Okay, so it's sunny and warm in Toronto. Well, it was beautiful yesterday, but it rained today. And before I forget again, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, godfathers, grandfathers, uncles, and moms that are just like dads, okay? So I hope you had a great day. This suite right here is absolutely gorgeous. And the new thing with Stampin' Up! That I love is that you can put this one code in here and get everything in the suite. This is a bundle. That's the stamp set and the framelits. But if you want everything, you just have to know one number and put that in there. So this is a really gorgeous set. So let's see what I came up with. Okay. Oh, before I do that, I got to show you something really cute, I think. I found something new to keep my papers in. Let me just flip this a second. So I wanted something to keep my papers in, my little strips. Look at this. Isn't it great? Nice and glittery. I love it. And it's got these great little, like a flat piece here. And then it's got 3 sections. And it keeps all my little papers right there when I need a strip of paper. Doesn't take much to excite me. Okay, so here's the stamp set, Path of Petals. And then we've got these gorgeous dies. I know I say that every time, but I can't help it. Everyone is gorgeous. This one has 3 pieces. This die, and then this die, and then this little circle die, or oval die. The cool thing about this is, remember on Friday, I played around with to band together, and the framelits on that set also has a die, an oval die, and guess what? They layer right up. And you'll see that I use those. So don't overlook the other suites or the other dies when you're working with a stamp set, because they really do coordinate beautifully. Okay, you're going to see how I use those in a minute. The other pieces, put that back in there. Okay. The other piece that goes to that is the cut and emboss folder, and it's called Scripty. Now, I usually have a piece of cardstock here. Well, let's use one of the ones I'm going to stamp with later, just so you can see it. Let me grab the blue. I think that'll show it up really nice. And it's got the little words on it. Scripty. I think this is my favorite embossing folder so far. That could change tomorrow when I start working with another suite, but all right. Now, also, you get this great stamp set. I'll be using that, and some doodads, and some ribbon, and some washi tape. We're going to use it all. But what I want to show you first is the beautiful papers. Now, I showed you that on the when I unboxed everything. These beautiful papers, and of course they're double-sided, and you can see the Scripty again, the words right here. Papers are really nice. But one thing I wanted to show you that I first started working on was this one right here. Now, this is a beautiful DSP. And the other side is music notes. When I see music notes, you know what I think of? Christmas. This would make a great Christmas background. All right. But when I flip it over, I want you to notice something. You can cut these and make cards out of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 cards. Plus you got this strip. That's 8. There's the strip down here. If you cut those up, you can come up with 8 different cards. Want to see the 8 cards I came up with? Okay. Well, let me just bring that back in. I'm just going to lay that here so you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one first. Okay, so here we have this one right here. And I used the Sharing in Your Sorrow, which is, of course, with the Path of Petals. And I just trim that down, put white, and I use the blueberry bushel. And then, of course, one of the little doodads that come with that. Thank you, Linda. Yes, share my videos. And I'm going to be giving away a stamp set for pulling a name from Friday. Everybody that's shared and left a comment. Okay, so there is the first one. That's number 1. Let's see what we have here. Number 2 is this one, and I gave it some glitter by using that middle framelit that I showed you, and used our rose color, can you see that? Our rose color glitter paper, glimmer paper. There's the ribbon that goes with the suite. And, of course, the best wishes. I think this, it says best wishes on your joyful day, and the beautiful saying inside could be for a wedding or an anniversary. I'll do the still shots later. Okay, so that was that one. Then we have this one right here. Bring that one in. And I like the, this is Mary Merlot. This was the Rococo Rose. The other one was Blueberry Bushel. And I love the Mary Merlot on the crumb cake. So let me bring that in and show you. And then I used our linen thread, is it called? Braided linen trim. I never get all the names correct, but... Oh, yeah, Rococo Rose. It does. It matches my nails. Thanks, Linda. Okay, so again, this is best wishes on your joyful journey. And this is nice because you don't really have to put another layer in here. Okay, you can stamp right on that. It's light enough to see it. And then, of course, I stamp off once and put the flowers underneath. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4 was this one. And I used the Daffodil Delight with a little seaside spray because you see the little light. To me, it looked blue. It could be purple, but it looks like light blue to me. This is a nice little thank you card. And, of course, I threw some sequins on there, the yellow ones. Okay. And this was a nice thank you card. Okay, that's number 4. Okay, let's see. Are we missing one here? We might be missing one. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's number 5, which is this middle piece, which was smaller than the card, middle. So what I did was I layered that again with the Mary Merlot, the scripty embossing folder. You may not be able to see that, but the Mary Merlot back here has the scripty embossing folder. Rococo Rose. Hi, Winnie Ann. And I put some of the epoxy rhinestones on there, the frosted ones, and I used the blender pen, the blends rather, with the Rococo Rose. And I did use the Band Together stamp set for a few birthday cards with this. So I interchanged those. And again, I used the Sahara sand inside for the saying. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me just bring this one back in to show you what I was talking about. This oval is from the suite we're doing now, Pressed Petals, but the larger yellow one behind it is from the Band Together. So see how they layer up? Okay, so we've got 2, 5. Okay, that's 5. Here's number 6. Nice little 3.5 by 3.5. That's what this one was. on the Mary Merlot. Nice little, you know, when you give a present, you don't want to, maybe you don't need a big card, you just need a gift card. And this, of course, I used some of our other ribbon, our newer ribbon too. And this is the Petal Pink. All pinks go together. And that could be like for a little wedding gift. And then this one, I did the same thing, but I did a thank you card, and I did it on the Rococo Rose. Again, both of those were layered with the two ovals from the two different framelit sets. Okay, so again, there's all those, but don't forget you have this strip right here. So what I did with the strip was I cut it in pieces, and I took the back side of one of the, let me pull it out, the designer series paper, which is here, and it's got like that linen or textured, looks like linen to me, or canvas type. Anyway, it lines up with that, so I cut that and I lined it up. And then what I did was, again, I used our pink. I layered some of the, I layered it with the oval and the Mary Merlot. And guess what? I used our Daisy Lane punch and Daisy Lane set, the punch and the stamp set, because they look like daisies to me. And then, of course, we got that nice little yellow doodad, that fuzzy little doodad, which looks just like the middle of that card, or that paper. Don't they just, I don't know. I just thought it looked great together. And then I put some Wink of Stella. I layered white and the pink on there, so it gave it more texture, and you can just flip it up a little bit. Plus, I used our green vellum, and I punched out some leaves with our other punch. I'll type, you know, I'll put all the things I used in it later. And then, of course, I put Wink of Stella on the vellum. So don't forget that little strip right there. And, of course, this, again, with the Daisy Lane. So the Daisy Lane goes great with this. Look at, there's some more. I mean, the Daisy Lane set goes really nice with this. So out of that, again, I got all these cards. One sheet of, I guess you could call it a one-sheet wonder now, couldn't you? And I didn't even have to measure anything. There you go. All those cards out of that one piece of designer series paper. The next thing I want to show you is I took the larger framelit, this one. I layered it on Rococo Rose, and I used that. Now this is blinding because it's a lot of glitter on there, but I layered that with also the middle framelit, and I used our rose glimmer paper. What a nice wedding card, huh? Oh, thanks, Gail. Doodads. Yep, doodads. So that, again, would make a great wedding card, anniversary card. Look at that. And it's just... And then, of course, there's the colored rhinestones from the Noble Peacock. And, of course, they match really nice with that. Okay. Now, in this suite also comes, if you bought the whole thing, this little journal book. If anybody's into journaling, this is adorable. And I can see me making a lot of gifts with this. So I don't want to show you the front of it first. I'm going to hold that off. But inside, it's got all this stuff that you can journal. Gratitude. It's absolutely adorable. And I think I'll be making my sister one of these for her birthday. Today I'm grateful for. And then, of course, you can also stamp in there. Are you ready to see what I did with the front of it? Okay. Again, I used the glimmer paper, the two different ribbons that we have with the Rococo Rose. And I used the oval, I used the designer series paper in there, the Rococo Rose, you can faintly see it, ribbon back there. The gratitude actually came from Itty Bitty Greetings. And it says with gratitude, let's say which side is it on here? It's on one of these here. Oh, there it is. It says with gratitude. But what I did was I just colored the gratitude in with the Rococo Rose marker because I didn't want it to say with gratitude. I just wanted to say gratitude so that it was a gratitude journal. What do you think? I really like this. I don't know. My sister might not get this one because I might keep this one for myself. But it is a cute little book. I could see a class coming up in that. Okay. So let's see what we have next. Okay, so a couple of the things that it also comes with is the washi tape. And of course, this washi tape are individual petals. And I'm going to show you what I did with those very shortly. But before I do, how about a little simple stamping? Bring that one in. Here I use the other washi tape, a thank you, and the three-step stamping, I guess you would call it. It's 3 different stamps. Now, I have the Stamparatus. I'm going to use that. But it really doesn't matter if you don't line them up because it's just like a background. And also, I use the Scripty here, too. Okay. I'm reading something. Oh, okay. Sue says her husband painted her craft studio in Rococo Rose. Oh, great. Okay, so this one, that's funny. Now, I have Flirty Flamingo and you have Rococo Rose. So here's this card. So let me get started with this. So the first thing I would do is bring in this piece of cardstock, and I will put the sizes on it. It's 3 1/4 by 5. But let me bring in my Stamparatus. And really, like I said, I don't really need this Stamparatus for this one. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to use it anyway because I don't use my Stamparatus online enough. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down here just to hold those down. Move these over here a minute. Okay, so let's move that one down here. Okay, so this one is the green, and I'm using Pear Pizzazz, and I want it right about there. Now remember, we're doing this card, but I might change it up a little bit. We'll see. I'm going to press that down. And actually, this little guy could go right over there, too. Okay. I'm just going to take my Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to ink that up and try not to move the camera too much. Press that down. Okay, now I got my chamois here. I like using the chamois because it doesn't leave a lint on anything. Baby wipes work, but sometimes they do leave a little lint there. Just going to move that right about here. Now I'll move him down a little bit. Move that one right about there. Do the same thing. If you don't have the Stamparatus, you really want this for some of those other cards that really have to be lined up. There's nothing like it. The Anchor Shaker card that I had done a while back really works great with this because you can make yourself a template. Okay, just going to see if that... Okay, see, there I didn't get quite enough ink, but that's okay because I can re-ink that. That's one beautiful thing about this. Press it down again. Whoop. Came out a little bit darker, but I kind of like that. Let's move this out of the way. And now I'm not really lining them up, but I do want to have them in a certain place. Like, I want this guy right in the middle there, that big flower. I just want that one there, and this one up there. So I'm just going to press that down. Again, I'm using Blueberry Bushel. Whoop. Well, that didn't stay very well. Let's just do that one again. Stick him right there. All right, make sure I want to move them again. Okay, so again, I want that big flower in that big spot right there. And you can also do this on the other ends where you can get your hands in it better over here. For some reason, I like the corner. I don't know why, but I do. Let me get my blueberry bushel. Ink that up. Press that one down. And if you wanted to, you don't even have to re-ink it. I could just move that over and have a lighter blue. So there's a lot of different ways to use this, a lot of different ways to get different colors. Now this one, I'm going to look at that. I got it all over my hand already. And again, now if I put that blue one right here, it's going to overlap there. So this is why the Stamparatus is good in this instance, because I don't want to overlap the blue flowers. Not really caring if they get on the green. I just don't want to overlap the blue, if that makes sense. You can come down a little bit. When you're working with the Stamparatus, again, just whatever you're comfortable with. If you're better over here, you can get it, you know, you can hold it better. I don't mind sticking my finger in there. I'm more comfortable having it on that side. Whoop. Press that one down a little bit. There we go. Okay, now this might not look like it's coming together yet, but what we're going to do with the third one is it's going to go right inside there. And that's going to be the yellow. So this one, move that down over here a little bit. This is going to be, and again, you can figure out right where you want it. So I want him going around those blue flowers. Still going to be on there a little bit, but I can put him where I want him, or her. Doesn't have to be a him, it could be a her. I'm using Daffodil-Delight there. Get that one all the way. Just go right back in. Gotta love it. And again, I'm just going to wipe this off. And bring it back over here and figure out where I want these ones, these yellow ones. I might even turn it around this way. Because I want some right there. So I might do it right about, you know what, I might put him right about, let's see. This is what I like about it. I can put it wherever I want. And if I don't want to ink up the whole thing, which is on this side, I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to get some of the yellow here and here, but I don't necessarily want it over there. So let me just show you. I want it over here, but I don't want it there. So, still going to pull it up like that. But now when I ink it up, I'm only going to ink up this side. I don't want those other little guys. So I'm just inking up part of it. And that's actually how I want it. I just want some of them. Don't want those, I want these. There we go. Otherwise they would have overlapped. So now let me take this off. Whoop. Okay, my two magnets went together. Here's a tip. When they go together like that, if you've got tape on them like I do, just slide them apart. I put them on my metal thing here. And we'll move that off. Okay, so here it is. Now this one I did stamped right on here. I stamped thank you. Then I ran it through the Big Shot and used the Scripty embossing folder. Might be kind of hard to see it there. But for this one, I want to change it up a little bit. So let me move this out of the way. I'm going to run it through the Big Shot by the magic of TV. Boom. Oh, look, there it is. So there it is with the Scripty on it. But you notice I didn't do the thank you. And the reason I did that was because I want to change it up just a little bit. So I can show you a little bit different idea. And I love yellow and blue. Probably that's why my kitchen is now yellow and blue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and nail this down. Right there. I'm going to take this one, and I did cut this one a little bit smaller. So this is 3.5 by 5. I wanted a little bit more of the sides showing. Okay. I'm not going to use the washi tape. You'll see why in a minute. I'm going to just nail that down. I'm going to put that right there. Then I use those 2 frames that I told you about. And of course, one is missing already. Okay, where's the blue one? It's under my stamp pad. There it is. Okay, so remember the foil paper that I used with the Noble Peacock, which is also Blueberry Bushel. I'm going to put that right there. So I'm going to put that right here. Get the smaller oval, which is going to fit right in there. And you could even make it smaller than that if you wanted to. I just want a little bit of the blue showing. Okay, and for this one, again, I use a lot of thank you cards, but this one I think I want to use best wishes, just so I could show you something different. I'm going to do best wishes here. On your joyful day, and this could be a birthday card. And then I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. I consider this just simple stamping with a step up. How's that? Don't forget to leave your comments. I'll answer them all later. Ah, Brenda, you got a pink, yellow and blue kitchen too. Yeah, I've changed my colors a couple of times, but I love the yellow and blue. And then let's just put that right. Oh, my head might be in the way. I want to get that right in the middle there. And now I have the same card, just changed up a little bit. Okay, now this one I did stamp in the inside. Whoop. I'm not going to stamp the inside of this one. Yeah, why not? Yes, I will. Can't have a naked inside. I got the white right here, so let's do that. Okay, so do I have any birthday stamps out? No. So let's make this. Did I put all my birthdays away? I did. All right, that's okay. I'm just reading the sayings. I want to use a birthday, so I'm going to take out my band together and use wishing you a happy birthday. I just want to use a birthday stamp. So let's do that. Wishing you a happy birthday. Because it goes with best wishes on your joyful day. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to put that right in the middle here. And then I'm going to take that greenery. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to switch that out. I'm going to put that on a regular block. A little pair of pizzazz. Tap it off twice because I want it real faint. And there's the inside of my card. Go ahead and put that in. There are a lot of things you can do with this suite. I absolutely love it. But there you go. Thank you. Now I got one more to show you and to stamp. Let me just close these up because we have to use the washi tape, right? The Petal washi tape. I played around with that today, and let me show you what I came up with that one. Again, okay, here we go. So this is the middle framelit and then the oval framelit to that. Can you see it? This is using the foil paper from the Noble Peacock. And there's our washi petals. Now let me show you how I did this. You see they're not sticky on that side. They're sticky, but I'm going to show you how I got rid of the sticky stuff. And I was able to curl them up a little bit. This one's flat. And then I put the little doodads in there. Again, there's the Designer Series paper just peeking out there. There's the Scripty. And then I popped it up on dimensionals. But let me show you how I did this, okay? Let's bring in all these pieces that I've already got ready for you. Okay. Now I'm going to change it up in the way that I'm going to use a different background. I'm going to use this background paper. I already did the scripty part. That's going to layer up right there. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and you don't have to glue it down yet. A lot of times I work on this piece first. Okay, so I'm going to take these petals and I'm going to take and lay these down flat. They come off very easily. Okay, just take your pick tool, grab an edge, and pull them off. For this one, I'm just going to line them up. I do about 5, I think it was. Look how easy they come off. But the trick is the one that's 3D. And I'm just laying those around like this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That makes a good flat one anyway. Now my little doodads should be on the table somewhere. So let's just see where I put those. They're right in front of me, of course. Okay, so the first little doodad's going to go right in the middle. Right there. That's the start of it. Now for this one, I'm going to take my 1-inch round punch. It's amazing how I lose everything once I start crafting here. I think I already punched it out somewhere. And it doesn't really matter what size. I found the 1-inch punch worked good. Oh, it's over here. All right, and just a piece of scrap paper. Just going to punch out. It doesn't even have to be a complete circle, okay? It's just something to work on. So let's move this up for a second. All right. I'm going to do the same thing I just did, but what I'm going to do is take those little pointed pieces and put them right here. Now you can work on this surface because the washi tape is forgivable. It's not going to stick down so that you can't pull it up. I'm not pressing it down real hard either, though. Okay. And just go around the same way that I did it on the paper, but you're using this little circle there. This one I want a couple more petals, so I'm going to do them a little bit closer. Whoop. Okay. Let's put another one right there. I think I used one extra on this one. Okay. There we go. So now when you pull them up, he's sticky here, right? So I'm just going to curl him up a little bit. Here's my trick. I'm bringing in, and yes, this is an old clear embossing powder. Look at the size of that clear embossing powder. That's from the old days. What I'm going to do, okay, is I am going to just stick that right in here, tap it off. You want it on the back. You don't need it on the front, but if it gets on the front, you're just going to flick it off. So I'm just flicking some of this off on the front, or you could take a little brush. Okay, but you want it on the back side. Now you can use tweezers. I like living dangerously. Tweezers are probably a good thing. You're going to take, and you're going to hear my heat gun now. With the clear embossing powder, I'm just going to heat the back side of these flowers. That's it. Not only does it take away the stickiness, okay, but now they're a little stiffer, so you can curl them. Bend them, curl them. You can even layer another layer on there. Excuse me. But this one, after it dried, I just played with it and brought it up a little bit more. So just play around with it. You can take your bone folder, holding it on there, doing a little curling. Just want to be gentle with them though, okay? There you go. Now we got that little curling effect. So now I can put this in. When you put it down on the card with the dimensionals, which of course I already lost. They're here somewhere. I just used them. Anybody see them on my table? Oh, there they are. Okay. So now I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to put those right down here. Again, just keep playing with it so it puffs up as much as you want it to. Let me put this one right here. Now you can see the 3D effect. It really shows through once you get it on the card next to the flat one. Take another one of those little doodads. They are actually the Perennial Essence centers from our Perennial set, but they go with just about everything in the catalog. Put that right there. And again, the foil paper from the Noble Peacock. I already cut some of those out with our our leaf punch. Lost my train of thought. And I'm just going to play around with these. Now I might want one over here, so maybe I'll lift that up a little bit. Because remember, this one I didn't heat, so it's still a little washy under there. The washi tape is still there. I'm going to bring it up, put it right there. Now I can go ahead and lay it down on here. Get rid of that, some of the clear embossing powder. One thing you can do, I know a lot of people like to do this. You can take your rectangular dies and cut that piece out in the middle and then just lay this over it so you have that piece to use later on. I'm not going to do that tonight. I did show you how to do that in the last video, but you can. Okay, so these little guys here, you can either glue down, throw a little snail on them. I'm just going to throw snail on there right now because that's what's in front of me. But you can use your dimensionals, you can use mini dimensionals, you can use your glue dots, your Tombow. I'm just going to stick these in there. This one probably doesn't even need to be stuck down because it's got a little washi tape on it, but I'm going to put just a little bit there. And then I'm just going to snail that down. And don't be afraid to snail over your flower because you can, that one is out. Let me grab the other one. I always have a couple on the table as I can't find them. Yeah, there we go. Use the fast fuse. Okay. I'm going to layer that right on top of this. And then, should we change it up a little bit? Let's see. Why not? Let's just play a little here. Do I want that one or do I want this one? I think I want this one. Okay, just to change it up, I think I'll put a little ribbon under there. So let's just wrap that around both. My ribbon scissors. Oh, how I wish Stampin' Up! Still had these great ribbon scissors. All right. Go in here. Go right over that. Right over that. Mary Merlot. Don't be afraid to try other colors. I know the catalog tells you the colors that go with the designer series paper, and they do perfectly. But add some other colors. It's fun to play with the colors. We're going to lay that right on here. Again, just keep playing with these. Although I don't have to because now they're all curled. I already did the frame. I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. Again, that's from the foil paper from the Noble Peacock. I'll add all the information probably tomorrow. And that's when I'll upload it to YouTube. Put that right here. Take my oval, which I already cut out also. And this one, I think I'm going to make a very pretty thank you card for somebody. I used the Rococo Rose instead of the Mary Merlot so that I could tie in the Rococo Rose with the Mary Merlot in the back. Just leave that open for a minute. This I'm going to put down flat. Right on top of that. And then for the inside saying, they got beautiful sayings on this stamp set. For the thank you, your kindness has touched my heart. I'm going to use that one. As soon as I find that one. Over here. Maybe it didn't load that. Oh, there it is. I took it off the block to use the other one. I've got a million blocks. I don't know why I didn't put enough of them out here, but so let's just put that one up here. Okay. All right. Again, I'm going to use the Rococo Rose because that goes with the Mary Merlot. I'm just going to stamp that right there. And then I'm going to take my, again, I think I'm going to use the green just because I like that. Tying all the colors in together. And we'll use the Pear Pizzazz. Stamp it off twice. I just want it real light. Could also use that for your envelope. We don't do naked envelopes. And we'll put that right inside here. There you go. Now, the other thing that you can also do is you could add some Wink of Stella. Okay, so the Wink of Stella you could actually add onto the washi tape. This one, yep, here it comes. And I'm just going to, you probably can't see that. This one doesn't have it. But I'm just adding some Wink of Stella onto the washi tape. Just let it dry. It does bead up a little bit. It will dry. There it goes. And there you have the same two cards with a little twist. Let's see, is it dry yet? Yeah, it's taking a little. It takes a little longer to dry on the washi tape. So I hope you enjoyed my video today, my Facebook Live with the Pressed Petals Suite. I'll bring in all the cards again, and I'll do the still shots later. So that was two of them. Here were the two also. I didn't bring these up close, so let's bring them up. And then bring in my gratitude journal. And my best wishes card. And then, of course, all the cards I made with the one piece of designer series paper. Absolutely gorgeous. Especially if you're in a pinch and you don't have time to really think of something that you want to do. There's the doodads that go with it. You can do the one sheet wonder with that designer series paper. Aw, thank you, Maureen. You girls, stampers, because I know there's some men on here that stamp too. You never disappoint me either. You're here with me every Friday morning and every Sunday evening. I love it. I miss you when I don't do my videos. So I really hope you enjoyed the videos today. I will be back on Friday morning at 7 a.m. Not sure which one I'm going to do yet. Got a lot to choose from. I hope you have a great evening, the rest of your weekend, and I will see you back here Friday. But before I do, I have the giveaway. Okay, so I have a couple of things. This is the giveaway for anybody that shared and left comments. So the more you did, the more you got in here. This is the Painted Seasons, which was a celebration set, and the framelits. I wanted to do a good giveaway, a nice giveaway, I should say, because I hadn't been on for 2 weeks. All right, so my laptop is over here, so, and I know you can't see it, but I have a randomizer here. Okay, ready? I'm going to click it now. It's generating because there was a lot of comments. And the winner is Pat Boyce. Pat Boyce, you are the winner. Yay! So, Pat, you won this. I'll get that to you. Now, for my next giveaway, let me tell you how this is going to work. Again, this is in every season. This was retired. It was in the last catalog, brand new, never used. I like this because you can use it for Christmas, anything, because there's flowers for every season. The first person that places an online order with me from now till Friday, the first person that does an online order will get this set free, no matter how much your order is. Okay, so go ahead and order. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you back here Friday morning. Happy stamping. Bye.